CFOs are extremely critical in the way business achieves its strategic objectives, including with those being ESG targets and objectives for the business, amongst lots of other, obviously, issues that the business needs to be dealing with.
Today, climate governance risk is not about just financial tracking. Businesses are making some big decisions about their business models, what to exit. And I think the CFO's role is becoming really vital in understanding costs, benefits, but equally a short-term value versus longer-term value, because many of these decisions often involve a big investment upfront. And so taking a longer horizon view, being able to understand the strategic importance is getting far more important for the CFO around the ESG agenda.
They're a member of the executive team, sitting on the board, and people do look to them to see how they behave, what values they espouse, and how do they actually go and, in delivering the business objective in their own departments.
There are multiple stakeholders now that an organization has around ESG. I mean, investors clearly are taking a very active role, but you also have boards, you have the consumer, and this means there are so many different strands, and the CFO is definitely well placed to put all that together, but not talk about it in dry terms and facts and figures. It's really almost how do you tell the story.
The drive to net zero is quite interesting because in many people's minds it's an expensive option to go and do something that's important, and I don't think it is. I think that there are some wonderful examples of investing in a smart way that doesn't make it more expensive but can achieve a positive outcome, and I think CFOs can help us model that, to understand what the scenarios are, and then to drive a plan accordingly. So I think CFOs play a huge role in helping us achieve our ESG objectives.
If you look at where electricity prices are now, if anyone, I don't think anyone would suggest that having fixed the price of a long-term PPA 2 years ago or 1 year ago would be a bad idea, because there are individuals and large organizations that are enjoying significant savings on their electricity because of the fact that they've entered into long-term power purchase agreements with businesses like ourselves. The advantage being that we don't have a feedstock. We do, it's the sun, but it comes up and comes down every day, and it's free. So, for us, we are able to fix the price of electricity in our case because of the fact that we know exactly how much it's going to cost for the next 40 years, and therefore we can pass on that fixed cost to large corporates.
Inevitably, you think about, we have finite resources and everything's a capital allocation game. And so I think being a partner in determining what are the goals of the organization and how we get there, and being part of the conversation around making sure that we provide the resources and critically the funding to do that work.
Today, there are a lot of ESG linked options, whether it's debt or other options, which give you preferential terms. And so knowing that this new space, but equally, I think making investments linked to ESG, whether it's in your pension funds, whether it's otherwise. So again, understanding the ESG linked investment landscape offers the CFO a chance to improve the profitability of the organization in a very big way.
CFOs hold so much information, so much knowledge and data about how the rest of the business operates, and working with the rest of the business in developing data analysis on the business performance, planning for the future, developing business plans that aligns the business with the strategic objectives of the board and the business, and working partnership with operations, with the supply chain. They really need to be the hub of the data, information, and general business planning of the organization, not just the sort of the pure finance element. So in that sense, I think of all of the chiefs of the business, CFOs, in my view, are the most critical and influential.